Good morning, everyone. Enjoy your breakfast. It's Monday. It's a horrible time, and we are freezing. So we hope that our brains start working during the hour that's dedicated to research breakfast. So please be patient with us, and we will try our best. Today, our invitation accepted two giants of med school, Regina Demlová and Jaroslav Štěrba. And we will talk about a teaming project, CREATIC in Czech.
I think CREATIC.
CREATIC is the best. And what kind of science fiction it is, and what will be the outcome in the near future, and what does it mean for us as researcher and clinicians involved in medical school. So thank you for joining us today, and let's get started. Yeah. So. Regina, the first few words about what is CREATIC and how are you involved in that, and what does it mean for you? Nightmare, I know, but
I still don't know. Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. I think this morning breakfast is nice concept to discuss. Yeah, some nice things like CREATIC, for example. So maybe the start, what the CREATIC means and what this acronym means. The CREATIC is a Central European Advanced Therapy and Immunotherapy Center. And I believe that you all know that CREATIC as a Center of Excellence was really established here at the Masaryk University in our Faculty of Medicine. And we started January 1st this year. And we started because we received, as Tomáš said, the teaming project. And teaming, it means that we, we in Czech Republic and in another not so developed countries, we were the chance to apply for the research project within the Horizon teaming scheme to build something what could be really definitely the new things, or upgraded something what was done before. And we decided that, and not me, but the headquarters of the Faculty of Medicine decided that we will try to apply for the teaming project dedicated to, let's say, research, development, GMP production, clinical trials, delivery of ATMPs, the new innovative drugs. Under this term belongs the gene and cell therapies, and as you, at least some of you know, we have some experience. I mean, maybe that's something what we can mention as well, because we with Jarda,
mention that.
with Jarda, we already developed some cell-based therapies. We are able to produce them produced under the GMP condition, and we also initiated clinical trials, 2 phase 1 clinical trials, and one this trial is ongoing at the oncology department at the Paediatric hospital here in Brno. So we have some experience. And we applied, and thanks if there is still Thomas, yeah, thanks to Thomas and the colleagues from Department of Blažková called
project office.
Project office, yeah. Because they did a lot of work, hard work, and we together, but also with the clinician and some researcher from the lab, we created, I hope, new, nice proposal, and we submitted the proposal under the, or for the first, it was two, sorry, it was call for with the 2 steps, and the first round was in 2021, I think, and we submitted it together with 130 projects. Then we were postponed, or we passed the first cycle. Then we during the second round in 2022 we finally were granted, and there was together only 12 projects which are now granted. Mm-hmm. So maybe Jarda could comment what so we do.
This is a great achievement, and we are very thankful and grateful that you made it, and that you took charge of the project. Yeah, this is actually we ask you to do that because our goal is to promote the translation from the preclinical to the clinical. Yeah, how to translate what you are doing in the lab to improve the clinical practice in this Brno research area, as Jarda always stress out. And it builds on quite a long history of success, and this is mainly connected with Jarda and many other people. So, Jarda, could you comment on what is the path that led to the CREATIC and the Center of Excellence?
We as clinicians, we are extremely happy to have this CREATIC facility being built inside Masaryk and School of Medicine, because I'm a pediatric oncologist, and the problem with a pediatric oncology is that it's just about a few kids which are having a high number of very different types of cancer. And because kids are small, they do not have enough kgs to consume many tablets or drugs. There is no interest, or very limited interest, from pharma companies. And as pharma companies are producing blockbusters for big numbers of people, regulation and reimbursement policies, they are extremely well working for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. That works absolutely perfectly, but it doesn't meet needs of children with cancer. And answer for this is production of individualized treatment being made inside the academical institutions in several centers around Europe and the world. And I'm extremely happy that one of them is our School of Medicine. Mm-hmm. And our collaboration with Regina lasts many, many years. And maybe it's worth to mention that just next week there is an ongoing World Congress of Pediatric Oncology in the US, and I was asked to have a 1 hour lasting media expert session to keep this. So this is a confirmation that it makes sense what we are doing here.
Yeah, definitely.
And thanks to all of you around, and many, many other people who are not here, but this is not achievement of single person or single department. This is a huge achievement for the whole School of Medicine.
I see it the same way. What is the science fiction in in the CREATIC. This is, for me, this is the cell immunotherapy, and this is that you take the, just be patient with me, my plain understanding of that. You take immunocells from the patient and you sensitize this immunocells for a specific type of tumor, and you train the immunocells to kill the tumor, so you get it back to the patient, and the immunocells do the work. Yeah. So this is the principle.
In principle, this is the way how it should work, and actually, we have that kind of program already ongoing, and the first series of patients was just recently published a few weeks ago, and we hope to have a better product or a more advanced product, so kind of genetically modified immune cells, which are supposed to target particular structure on the surface of cancer cell, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated, and we need more sophisticated facility to be able to produce it. So that's why all the structure, all the building, and complicated situation here.
One thing is that we need the infrastructure to do the research and the development, as well the GMP production for these so-called gene therapies, like CAR manipulated cells, for example. But also we need, of course, the researcher and the staff who will be able to do that, and this is the reason why we also apply for teaming, because the teaming is the concept when we have the more advanced experienced partners, and we have the excellent one in Fraunhofer ITSI in Germany, and they have more than 15, 20 years experience with such type of gene therapies. So what we plan now is to send our colleagues to the lab, to the Leipzig, to the Fraunhofer, and then they will be trained, and then also they will be able to transfer at least some knowledge and also some collaboration back to our facility. So that there is many challenges, because we are now building the small pharmaceutical product factory, let's say, a small one, but definitely one.
But with all responsibilities and all duties.
Yeah, because we need to follow these GMP, GCP, all these good something, manufacturing practice, laboratory practice, clinical practice, and all these concepts is involved in CREATIC, and why we decided to do that, and why probably is not so science fiction. I believe that is a future, soon future. Because the European Commission said, and it's written in the pharmaceutical strategy for Europe, that probably for the chemical drugs, the Europe is without any possibilities, because these drugs are produced outside the Europe. For the biologicals, like biotechnologicals, like monoclonal antibodies and so on, also this production is done in India, in China, and so on. Some pharma companies also are in US, in some smaller are in Europe as well, but the big production is done outside Europe. But for the most personalized therapies, like the cell and gene therapies, when you need the patient nearby the production facility, because this is the most personalized treatment. Because you need the patients, you need, in case of autologous product, you need the patient nearby, because you have to obtain the cells, then in GMP condition manipulate them, and then again administered.
What is nearby in this context?
Nearby is this central part of Europe, I believe, not Brno definitely, but Czech Republic, a part of Poland, Slovakia, and Austria.
Yeah.
So this is our
so this
area
small
for
factory can serve this area that you described.
It's necessary to have the distance for which is possible to send the drug which was done. What is long distance is when you need the airplane to send such drugs outside. But the central part of Europe it's feasible. Within the same teaming call, another two like CREATIC project were also granted. One is in Slovenia, and they plan to do that around Slovenia, like Croatia and so on. And another is in Portuguese. So Portuguese. Yeah, sorry. So we are located in this part, and in western part of Europe, there is many GMP facilities, non-commercial, university or hospital-based. In Sweden, in France, in Germany, in Italy they are the good one. But in the central part of Europe, still such concept is missing.
Okay, so you are bringing new expertise thanks to the partners, and your plan is to serve the area with the innovative treatment and introduce the gene therapy, CAR T cells, etc. Yeah. So what is the advantage for you as a clinician for using these tools or this kind of treatment in comparison with the traditional chemical drugs or antibodies, etc.?
That kind of new living treatment here, because living drugs, because the cells are alive. The treatment is free of most dangerous toxicities from old type treatment like allogeneic stem cell transplant, because for instance, the risk of developing secondary cancer after allogeneic stem cell transplant during childhood is 25%.
Wow.
Which is nothing you would like to have. CAR T cells or CAR macrophages, they are toxic in the beginning. They have acute, even severe acute toxicity, which is mostly manageable, but all those terrible late effects, they are not part of this treatment. So what is fascinating to me and my colleagues is that we are able to offer really some new treatment for kids we couldn't treat even 1 or 2 years ago, and to decrease the toxicity, to decrease the burden which is connected, unfortunately, with many traditional chemotherapy drugs.
How fast is the treatment with, I mean, this is pretty individual, but can you estimate if
in general, you should get a patient into some kind of stable condition to be able to collect his T cells or macrophages progenitors, start production, start this chimeric antigen receptor manipulation and education of cells, and then prepare the space in the bone marrow by preparative chemotherapy regimen, and then to infuse it. And it could be done within 3 weeks, roughly. So it's quite
so
rapid.
Let's say preparatory phase to develop the living therapy, and then
and then to infuse it, and now the cells are inside and starting to work.
And how long does it take to see a response or treatment outcome?
Sometimes it's just a few hours.
You are kidding?
No. you will see the severe toxicity connected with cytokine release, and it means that it's working. Because the wrong cells, the cancer cells, are dying and releasing what's inside of those cancer cells. And the reaction and body reaction is this so-called cytokine release. So if you see this, you may a little bit relax that it's probably working.
Okay, okay. So you are working on a clinical trial as well with this, thanks to the infrastructure of CZECRIN. Yeah, CZECRIN is involved. Yeah,
yeah, CZECRIN is involved and will be involved.
So this is another, let's say, pillar that CREATIC builds on. Yeah, so we
Absolutely,
have the clinical expertise. We have some product that was already there, but we have also CZECRIN. So how the interconnection work? What can CZECRIN do for this kind of
yeah, the CZECRIN is the national research infrastructure supporting the non-commercial clinical trials. We are now 10 years old. We started 10 years ago, and within this time we developed and we supported many academic non-commercial clinical trials. Not only in oncology, but also in other priority areas like cardiology, like neurology. We are discussing the psychiatry as well, pulmonology and so on. But for CREATIC, we plan to have the special subunit, let's say, for CZECRIN, supporting really the rare diseases and ATMP drugs. Because for this type of trials, we also need some type of expertise how to design such trials, because we are not talking about the 1,000 patients. It's a small group or the small number of patients, and also the techniques for the I don't know if Jakub is here.
Jakub is there.
Jakub is here. He will help us to create also the N of 1 concept for the clinical trials. So this is something what is also the research. It's not just the CRO. CZECRIN is not the CRO like contract research doing what was planned. We are involved also in designing and the biostatistic part and so on. So CZECRIN definitely will be involved. We have the colleague who are with me and with us 10 years, like Lenka and the others, and we will continue. And now we have, as Jarda said, we have now the huge grant to rebuild the facility. It's a challenge, yeah, I know, we know. Also to have the new infrastructure, the new production unit and so on. But also we want to invest to the people, to the colleague, and this is also the added value of CREATIC, because we have the budget for the training of the colleague. Even if it's for clinical trials, for GMP production, for the research part. So that's what is big challenge, and also big contribution to the Faculty of Medicine.
Yeah, so perhaps we should say that the ultimate goal of the project of CREATIC is to create a center of excellence. Center of excellence. That means an institution.
Create CREATIC.
Yeah, called CREATIC. That will work.
And Andrzej Slabý offer us this acronym.
And maybe at the end of the day, we might be able to produce a living drug which might be fit for filing.
What does it mean?
It means that Faculty of Medicine might be able to register the product as within a European Medicines Agency, and then it can get reimbursement.
Yeah, this is the ultimate goal.
This is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hopefully so. Much earlier, we should be able to offer it to patients. My primary interest is to help the patients. But if we are able to make our data good enough to be swallowed by European Medicines Agency. That would be a great asset for medical faculty and the whole Masaryk University.
Yeah. This is something that we need to have
then
in mind.
We can get the reimbursement from insurance companies and health insurance companies.
Because I can imagine this is a pretty expensive development, and
could be, but maybe not so much as it's for the chemicals and for the others, because we probably will need the data from smaller group of the patients, and probably could be feasible to apply for maybe for granting for the marketing authorization. Maybe they are another way, because we are discussing also the possibility of hospital exemptions and another way how to deliver such therapies to the patient outside the clinical trials. And also the hospital exemptions could be covered by the insurance. This is concept which is now in Czech Republic not so used. That there is no hospital exemption currently. We will apply for the dendritic cell vaccine soon, and during the conference, CREATIC first conference in November, we will talk. There will be talk from Danish Medicine Agency, and they do that.
Yeah. This is a good example. So this is another part of the project to tackle on the regulatory and reimbursement issues, how to make it available.
Yeah, because there is also many IP discussion, IP rights. So we created the concept of 7, let's say, platform within the CREATIC. The most clear is the GMP production and GMP development. The next one is the clinical trials. When we develop the drug, then we have the experience with CZECRIN and the clinical trials. Then we will collect the data, so we establish the data science unit, is the third platform. Then we have also these, if we will have the data, then we can try to apply what Jarda said, maybe some marketing authorization, hospital exception, something like this. So we have fourth platform for this, let's say,
regulatory.
No. I mean discussion and involvement of key stakeholders to be able, regulatory people, the insurance people, and so on. And then we have also the research part. So we have of course, the genotyping and genome facility for, not the facility, but to be able to genotype the patients for future therapies. It's a fifth platform. Then we have the collaboration with the colleague here in the labs, like the colleagues from Aleš Hampel department, the researcher who really do some cell research, and we want to collaborate and work together at least for some part of the ATMP development. Also, for example, the organoids are the good example, or organoids in chip and so on. Also, Fraunhofer has some this part. So maybe I did all these 7 platforms.
I hope so. You mentioned partners. You mentioned partners. So there are some local partners, and then there are some international partners. So who are the local partners? Who are the what is the local environment?
It depends what do you mean local. So we have definitely the internal colleagues here within the Faculty of Medicine and faculty hospitals. Mainly Faculty Hospital Brno, but also some clinics.
They just created a new center of excellence for precision medicine, in the University Hospital Brno. So this is a
close connection,
close collaboration. We are together. I am also a part of this center, not the center, the
structure.
But my feeling is not. My feeling is this is the internal, really CREATIC internal area. But we also. We are in touch, let's say. We don't collaborate so much, but we are in touch with the Institute for Hematology, UHKT, in Prague. Definitely with the CZECRIN, we have the collaborators within big faculty hospital in the whole Czech Republic, because within the CZECRIN infrastructure we have the 12 university hospitals. So for future clinical trials, there is the let's say infrastructure for collaboration for clinical research.
And this is critical. You need to provide the product to the patients. Yeah. So this is the infrastructure, how to do that.
We also started the discussion with BioCev because they are able to produce some genetically modified mouse, for example. So this is the Czech part. And from outside the Czech Republic, external partners or external and internal foreign partners. Internal Fraunhofer ICI and Leipzig faculty or university hospital and Copenhagen University Hospital are our partners within the teaming project.
Why did we invite them?
Because of the previous experience.
What kind of experience?
Cell-based research.
Actually, in Fraunhofer Institute, they were able to produce huge numbers of already registered CAR T-cell product for pediatric acute lymphoblastic leukemia, Kymriah, which is sell on commercial basis. And they were producing several thousand products a year. So they are
by
really...
By product, you mean one cell line or?
Products, one product is for one particular patient.
So this is why we invited Fraunhofer. This is our senior partner that we want to learn a lot from.
With a huge experience how to do it both on a scientific and regulatory slash data part.
So
and also they do not only the CAR T cells for oncological diseases, they have in pipeline also the CAR NK, CAR macrophages for autoimmune diseases. Because the concept could work not only for oncology but as well for the others. Like so they have now the new product in pulmonary fibrosis, which is autoimmune diseases as well. And also now they are discussing the bispecific antibodies. So we are really in close collaboration. We meet 4 times per year, and also, as I said, we try to send our colleagues, or we starting to send the colleagues to the labs to be trained in their labs.
And this is an important point because the goal is to extend the scope beyond the oncology or pediatric oncology to offer the treatment for rare diseases, pediatric.
Yeah, we started with Yarda, but we will continue.
The Copenhagen fits in which way?
Copenhagen fits. It was by chance we tried to have Copenhagen University Faculty of Law. Because they are concentrated on the biomedical law, IP rights, these regulatory issues, and this is the advanced partner in this topic. So and because it's important, because these ethical regulatory science, pharmacoeconomic science, intellectual property rights, and so on. It's a knowledge in a Copenhagen University, because they established 5 or 6 years so-called CEBIL Institute. It's a Center for Biological Law. So they have the group of the colleagues who are involved in this, and they help us. And the colleagues from Fraunhofer are very happy that we have the Copenhagen with us, because they also need this type of knowledge, and they don't build this type of knowledge.
So this is a mutual advantage for
and
all
also
the partners.
Fraunhofer is, I can say, inspired by us in this clinical part of the research, because because usually the business concept was really to do the research and then produce the GMP under the GMP condition and then sell the product. And now with the GD2 and K cells, they plan with us to create the clinical trials and offer such type of drugs to not only to the Czech patient but in Germany as well. So produce in both sides.
That's great.
And, just within 2 weeks, there should be a huge conference within a European Medicines Agency in Amsterdam about different anti-GD2 products, which are maybe targeting some brain tumors and pediatric neuroblastoma, for brain tumors for adults as well. And we are invited to be part of this worldwide discussion, because this is a joint project of FDA plus EMEA, which is a unique opportunity.
Yeah, that's definitely is, yeah.
So this is, I think, great achievement that we are really on time with these development at the table. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
I hope we will not fall down from the table.
I hope so.
Hold tightly. What will be the future of pediatric oncology with these tools? Will every single patient with glioblastoma, neuroblastoma get individualized living treatment, or is it for a selected subpopulation? Or where do you see the future?
Probably not everyone, because we are able even now to cure vast majority of those. But still there are certain high-risk subgroups, high-risk populations where we didn't advance within the last 30 years at all, like metastatic sarcoma. Those high-grade gliomas, they do poorly still. So for those worst players, we hope to have something better to offer them on one side, and for those doing well but with severe late toxicity, we will try to replace the old-time chemotherapy, aggressive chemotherapy, with those new biological treatment to decrease the cost of treatment in terms of money and toxicity. So that's what I hope to see before my retirement, so which is not that far.
So you need to be very, very productive and efficient. Okay.
I have to speed up.
I'm also not so young, so.
No. What does it? What does CREATIC mean for the med school? What do you think? What does it offer to our colleagues?
All what I said.
Or what you said.
No.
What did I?
How can people participate? Is it possible? Is it possible to take advantage of what's?
Yeah, we started to collaborate also outside the CZECRIN and outside the ACU, Advanced Cell Immunotherapy Unit, what was established within the pharmacology department. So we started, and we hired also for part-time job the colleague from the clinical part, currently pediatric oncology, but as well the pediatric clinic at the Faculty of
General Pediatrics.
General Pediatric department or clinic. Also, we hired partly the colleague from many research groups from like Dáša Bohačíková and the others, Tomáš Barta. So the researcher within the research group. So they still will have the own concept for research, but at least partly collaborate with CREATIC for some specific things. And also what we plan probably beginning of the next year to create not to create, but to organize the, how we call it, Diana? Sorry.
She didn't pay attention.
She'll have to watch that 3
She's
times.
sleeping, sorry. No, yeah, I said that we plan for the Faculty of Medicine to create or to prepare some workshop or something like, how we called it,
it was something similar like core facility day, but
yeah, something similar.
Yeah.
And I have written it in my computer.
Yeah, yeah. I also don't remember.
It's Monday.
Give me time,
Okay.
it's
Some
Monday. Speed dating, matchmaking and speed dating, yes.
It's another manic Monday.
But what we plan is to invite the colleagues, the researcher from the Faculty of Medicine to discuss what they do and what we do, what we plan, and how we can more deeply collaborate. That's what we plan.
Can you offer some kind of training or...
You mean the money?
I mean the money, but also the opportunity to run
No,
new...
it was joke.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
budget. I mean budget for training. That's what we have. We have for next 5 years, I think, huge budget for trainings, for the education, for some special trainings and so on. So that's what we can offer to the faculty and to the researcher here.
So if I am, let's say, PhD student working in Department of Pathological Physiology, and I want to increase my skills in, for example, CAR T cells production, am I able to reach to you and ask for, I mean, internship or something like that in Fraunhofer?
That's what could be possible, and this is why we plan to do this platform for such type of collaboration.
Perfect.
If I can just comment, the biggest unmet need what we have is a tumor microenvironment. Because we already have some clinical experience that those living cells, they are able to circulate in a blood circulation in a bone marrow, but they are not entering the lump of tumor itself, because there is a microenvironment which is protecting cancer stem cells, and they are surrounded by different cells protecting the cancer cell itself. And this is a part of expertise which will need to be developed much more than it's already available here. So anyone interested in this part is most welcome.
So inviting collaboration, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I'm afraid that our time is running out, so I would like to...
May I add something?
Definitely,
Back to your question, what we can offer to the faculty? Because I am still
Tears and struggles.
No.
I
personally...
Huge money after selling the rights for production of those cells.
Okay.
Okay, but I personally was really inspired by Professor Ulrike Kell, the director of Fraunhofer IC, and she said that 15-20 years ago in Fraunhofer there was many research groups which didn't collaborate so much, and she said at least the let's say the umbrella for the research topics. They also decided to go to these cell or living drugs, and they started more and more collaborate to really not a postpone, but transfer the research lab to, to the clinic, to the transfer research to clinical part. So this is something what I believe. I personally believe that it could be beyond our time, the way for the Faculty of Medicine.
Perfect. Yeah, so to provide umbrella, common goal, common
and
grounds,
interconnection.
and interconnection. Yeah, that makes sense. I would love to see that. You mentioned CREATIC conference, so you should say a few words about that. What is it? When is it?
Yeah, this is the first conference of CREATIC. Will not be so big, so about 80 people probably will attend. And we plan to discuss this concept like we are discussing now. So it's November 4th and 5th. It's Monday and Tuesday here in Brno. And we have the research part, but not really, the conference will not be pure research conference, but definitely one session is dedicated to the research. Clinical as well, preclinical. Then we will have also the GMP production research part, and also the topic about the regulatory and all these challenges for the non-commercial ATMP development. So that's what we plan within the conference.
And is it an open conference? So
it's currently not the open one. It's the participation by invitation. But so we want to start. And for the second year, we plan really to have the open conference for.
But it will definitely be open for leadership of the Faculty of Medicine.
I'm afraid it will.
It is.
Well, let's move to some questions that came from the audience. So we touch on several of them, but I think I would ask Jarda to touch on several of them. So what is it like treating children and to have your own children, and how you deal with the challenges of that?
When I was a young physician and father of small kids, when I was having my kids on my knees, I was always palpating their abdomens. Do they have something wrong inside? Because it was really scaring me. Am I going to find something wrong which I don't want to find? So it was sort of influence of my job to my own kids. But on the other hand, both my kids they were participating in our summer camps for our pediatric oncology patient survivors. And one of them is a pediatrician recently, and the other one is a lawyer doing a lot of supportive work for pediatric oncology survivors and families, and backing us on a difficult field of off-label therapies.
So it seems you somehow influence their careers.
Unfortunately, yeah.
What kind of mental setting you need to have to deal with children with tumors?
You should believe that you are going to find something, at least for the majority of them, to help them. And you should have a hope to see improvement in the future. As when I started, our survival rate, almost 40 years ago, was about 15%. Now we are touching 90.
That's unbelievable.
5 years overall survival, but it's not free of tax. Like secondary cancers, a lot of toxicities. So still we need some improvement in terms both survival and decreasing toxicity. So that's pushing me ahead.
Yeah, so I mean that the CREATIC is kind of a
on the
coping
horizon,
mechanism
yeah.
for you to deal
Yeah.
with the load that you got from that. Yeah, that's great. Well, Regina, what is the biggest achievement for you?
Breakfast with Weisner.
I hope that you...
No, yeah, I think that I already explained all these things, and yeah, I have also 2 children. One is my son is the sound engineer, sound production engineer. So definitely outside the scope of my knowledge.
We're not that successful as Jarda.
I wouldn't say.
But my daughter, she's still young. She's 18, but she has she has the genetic disorder. She is a patient. She has the genetically determined retinal disease. So also this is my personal, driver for all these activities.
So I hope.
Yeah, I am able to say that, but because I believe, I'm not sure that we will find the treatment, but I definitely believe that each step in this way it's important.
Yeah, so you are personally involved.
Yeah,
Good luck for you and your daughter. Let's go to a more safe and not that personal last question for both of you. How to harmonize teaching duties at the faculty with research career? This is something that interests everyone here. Me too.
I think it's absolutely interconnected. It's my experience. It's much more interesting for students if you are talking about something you are doing by your own hands. What's your personal experience? Than just to reproduce something what everyone can read in all textbooks and papers. So I believe that once the teacher can add some spicy from his own work to the lesson, it's much better and much more attractive for students.
Definitely, yeah. Well
yeah,
said.
I also strongly agree, but it's of course the challenge. Openly saying, I personally in the last year I was not able to teach, I partly had some teaching, of course, but not to teach as before. But definitely the combining the research and own experience, even if it's clinical, preclinical, in lab research or clinical research with the teaching, it's definitely helpful for both sides, for the academic career, but for students as well, because you can update the curriculum, you can add some new concept and so on. So, but I strongly agree that the time, the preparation for teaching and so on, it's a big challenge. Yeah.
So the load, you need to have a control on the load to make it make sense.
On the other hand, I consider this time of preparation for teaching as extremely useful.
Yeah, so it was positive, I would say. So,
but how to harmonize, I don't know.
How to harmonize? You have to survive somehow. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us. This was a great discussion, and I learned a lot about CREATIC, and I think that I am kind of insider, but still it helped me to understand better. So I hope you enjoyed that as well, and I wish you success. I wish all of us success, and I wish you a nice Monday, and looking forward to seeing you next time at the same place at another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us in this sleepy Monday, foggy morning. And we want to share two invitations with you. One will be for our next breakfast, which will be held on Tuesday, the 5th of November, and the guest will be Daniel Schwartz from Institute of Biostatistics and Analysis, and the theme would be big data and AI in medicine, and much more interesting information. And second, the second invitation would be for the core facility day, Thursday, the 16th of October at CZECRIN, and you will get the information how to support and how to boost your research with help not only of CREATIC and CZECRIN, but other facilities of med school, of the Faculty of Science, RECETOX, Faculty of Informatics, I guess, and CZECRIN, of course. So you are welcome. There is a QR code for registration, and the invitation for the next breakfast will be sent, I guess, this week. So thank you once again, and I'm not sleeping anymore. Thank you for waking me up.